swear I'm gonna get my family into that bunker.
So I just watched Greenland starring Gerard, Butler, and Morena, Baccarin, and it feels like a pretty appropriate way to end 2020. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Brandon, and this is Film Flair, where we discuss anything and everything that makes film and television great. So be sure to subscribe, and let's talk about a great movie.
2 days. They got it all wrong. There's a ton of fragments. Planet killers.
Now, so far in this century, we've already been through a number of end-of-the-world scenarios. We got started right off the bat with Y2K, where our computers wouldn't be able to handle the new century and would all simultaneously explode and plunge the world into darkness. Then there was 2012, where the Mayan calendar just ended due to some unforeseen cataclysmic event. But 2020 was by far the closest we ever got to the end of the world. First, the world was on fire. Then we got the murder hornets. Then a whole city exploded, and there was so much more, all while we suffered through a global pandemic. 2020 has been a difficult year to say the least. And while every few years we do get another end-of-the-world disaster film like 2012 or Geostorm or San Andreas, a disaster film coming out in 2020 just hits a bit different. Now, Greenland is your typical disaster film. An apocalyptic event is going to end the world in a couple of days, and a man tries to get his family to safety in a faraway bunker. There really isn't anything too special about this one, with the plot we've seen before, but some good actors and some good directing. Now, this isn't Gerard Butler's first attempt at a disaster movie. His previous one, Geostorm, I personally thought was pretty good. In this one, he tries to save his family as a comet starts raining down devastation all over the world. And Morena Baccarin plays his wife who's just trying to protect her child throughout all of this chaos. Now, their relationship issues were brought up a couple of times in the movie, but really didn't play any significant part and really didn't feel all that necessary to the story. The same thing goes for her father, especially because the movie spent so much time trying to get to him, only to have him in it for about 5 minutes of the runtime. And that whole sequence to me just felt like a waste of an actor like Scott Glenn's talents. Honestly, there really isn't anything special about these characters, and on top of that, the second half of the film just feels a bit repetitive and predictable, with an ending that just feels underwhelming. And for some reason, in the middle of this disaster movie, it decided to take a break to be a mini Purge movie with the looting, the violence, and the parties to celebrate. I get that it's the end of the world and the rule of law can all be thrown out the window, but it really just kind of took me out of the story for that bit. But a couple of things that I really did like about this film were the score and the cinematography. The score and the music did an excellent job at highlighting key moments throughout the film. It wasn't overbearing or obnoxious like it tends to be in these kinds of movies. Instead, it kind of just existed in the background. You hear it throughout, but it really only becomes apparent during the climactic moments. And the visuals were about as good as they could have been. And rather than focus on the chaos in the cities, this movie spent a lot of time in the open with absolutely gorgeous shots of destruction raining down from the sky. Where most of these movies go for the over-the-top action sequences, this one opted for the more subdued and intimate moments, but there were some massive explosions thrown in there for good measure. The focus wasn't really on the end of the world, but one family navigating their way through the end of the world. And because of that more personal focus, this movie felt more like a journey film, following these characters from one point to another, rather than a disaster movie about the end of the world. And that helped make this disaster film more compelling than all of the others. But please do let me know what you guys thought of Greenland in the comments below. And if you've made it this far, please do give this video a like and subscribe to the channel for more content like this, coming out every week. But until next time, have a great day, and don't forget to watch a great movie. Bye.
Seek shelter in